Okay, so I was just teaching a friend of mine some advanced M2 stuff, and so I thought I'd just put it in a video anyway because I've explained this to people so many times that I'm just gonna may as well put it in a video. So there's a lot of advanced M2 cases I'd recommend applying, and I have them all in the video. So easy. These are the first and most important ones that I want to talk about. So this is from my orientation, by the way. So you can try and translate, but I'll try and point. So when we've got a case that goes to this target, or a case that goes to this target, usually you get quite a bad alg for that. The algs aren't too bad, but they're annoying to do, and you have to remember which one to do based on where it is in the com. So I actually recommend people turn these into easy comms. So the way you can do that, here's an example. For this case, I would do M2, insert, M prime, undo, M prime. So the way you can break this down, you've just got to remember which way the single M moves go. So if it starts with the FU or BD target, you're going to start with an M2. And then for BD, it's going to be M primes. For FU, it's going to be M's. Now, if it's the other way around, the M move is going to go the other way. So we've got here to here to here this time. This is second. So we're going to start with M, insert, M, undo, M2. And here, we're going to do M prime, insert, M prime, undo, M2. So those are really good. And will save a lot of time in your exec, especially if you get both of the targets. You're going to save 2 long algs. And yeah, so the next thing I'd say you should learn to spot is this 4 mover. There's actually a couple of 4 movers, like you can also get something like this, which you can do like that, or like this. I'm doing it wrong. But anyway, there's a few 4 movers you can get, and knowing how to do them when they come up is going to help. So try M Uw2 M Uw2, MD2, which is also this. So like Uy2 M prime, Uy2 M prime, M Uy2 M Uy2, M prime Uy2 M prime Uy2. These will all do similar cases. And that will just be really nice when they start showing up. Then what you can do is start applying these 5 movers. So this is a 1 move setup, but since the last moves that you move, you're actually going to cancel it out. So we're going to do U, M prime, U2, M, U. And the other way, just do U prime, M prime, U2, M, U prime. And so these are really good. There's also these 5 movers. So they're a bit hard to remember which way around they go, but here's an example. We've got here to here to here, and we can do Uy prime, M prime, Uy2, M prime, Uy prime, which is obviously really fast. And the good thing about these 5 movers is you can set up to them. So like for this case, I can do this. Or like for this case, here to here to here, I can do this. Just not setup. So things like that are really useful to start getting good at. There's other turbo style things where you set up to here. So here's the 2 other cases if you're interested. So here we have to the top layer and then to here. So this has this S prime interchange, so you can actually do something like this. And you can also do stuff like this. So there's 4 of those cases, and again you can set up in single moves to them, so like here to here to here. Pretty nice. You also got this case. So if we look at this 5 mover, we can actually set this one up to a 5 mover as well by doing M, and then we're just doing it in the back. And so this is also a good case to have as one of your potential ones to use, and you can set up to all of them, like something like this, where you would do R prime then M, so you can just make it an RY prime. Again, that's like a very rare one. These are pretty common to find in your solves. So basically, when you've got interchangeable pieces on one face, so like these are both on, they're both two targets that are on the inner side of this R face, and similarly these are both on the outer side. So you can always do a pretty simple com. You just need the first target to be a new R, so here it already is, and then we're going to do an insert like this. Then we'll bring the second target up to that spot, undo, and then undo. So here's an example on the left face, here to here to here. So we'll bring this up, insert, bring this one down, undo, bring it down. And so there's a similar insert for this. So we'll go here to here, R, and then this time it's going to be U prime M2 U. Then we bring this one up, R2, U prime M2 U, R. And again, so you can bring this up, U prime M2 U, L2, U prime M2 U. The last thing that you need to start realizing is that sometimes you can set up to an M2 case. So you may have realized already that if you get this UB target, then you always get like a pure com. Well, like you can set up to it. So I mean, here you can do this, which is one option, but you could also do U2 and then this M2 case and cancel at the end. And being able to spot those things is pretty helpful. You can also apply these comms to make a lot of pretty bad cases a bit better. So for example, here to here to here would normally be a pretty bad case, but you can just do a U and then it's here to here, so you can do one of these again. Or we could do like U wide into it, or another way to do this one, here to here, we could do U2 and then do one of these cases. So that should be a bit eye-opening as to the sort of tricks you can do, and this is a really good way to help get yourself closer to sub 40, I'd probably say. I'm just going to do some edges only scrambles, obviously as timer, and yeah. Okay, so we'll start with here to here, so we can do this here. If we do an S prime, now we've got here to here, so I'll do the com. Okay, now we can do a trick for this one. So it's not the optimal com for it, but here to here to here, it's FU first, so we're going to do M2, then we'll do our M2 insert, and then it's going to be M, undo, M, and that's going to tell both. We've got a cycle break, let's just go to here because that's always a pure com. Then we've got here to here, so we're going to do, since it's second, we're going to do M first, insert, M, undo, M2, and again, this is just always a pure M2, and then we'll just finish by flipping our edge. So we've got here to here to here, so we can do U prime, M2, insert again. We've got here to here, so these are both on the outer side of this R face, so we'll do R2 first, U prime, M2, U. The R2 put the second one back here, so we'll do R prime, U prime, M2, U, and now we've done R2 and R prime, so we need to do another R prime to fix it. Now we've got here to here to here, this is just a 5 mover, but if you don't know the 5 mover, another thing you can do, you could do U and do a 4 mover, or you could do B2 into this pure M2. Okay, let's cycle break up here again. And we actually got another cycle break, so let's just go here. And then here to here to here. There's not really a great way to do this as a com. One thing we could do is a B move to set this up to a pure M2, and this would mean we could cancel into this. So that would be one way of doing it. Okay, we've got here and then here. The only real good way to do this would be to properly learn an algorithm, because this is a bad case. So what I would, well, I know the alg for this and I could show you that, but an idea would be you want to just make it easier. So you can do conjugated moves. So instead of this being here and then long alg, you could do and end up with a nicer target. Now we've got here to here. Again, we're not going to really have a good way of setting this up. We could do something like LR2, I guess. But that's not great, but it's just one idea. It's fine to just do M2 for that. Do M2 for this, because it's just going to here. We've got here to here. We could set these up to the top and flip our edge. So we've got here to here. We could do a U R2 and then a 5 mover and then R2 U prime. Or alternatively, we could do U2 setup. So this is an M2 pure, whichever is easier for you to think of. Here to here, we can just do L and then it's a 5 mover. Here, we can break wherever we want, so we'll go to this top place. Here to here, I mean this is just a U perm, but you're not going to notice that. I would probably say keep it simple. And then we've just got this, and here we've got here to here. We could do R prime setup and it would cancel, so we could go like this. I'll do one more. Okay, last one, we've got here to here. So we could do B2 setup and then it's an M2 pure, and that would cancel, but I didn't. And now we've got here to here to here. So we'll do L to bring this one to the top, U M2 U prime. And then we'll do another L to bring this up, U M2 U prime. And now we've done 2 L moves, which means we're an L2 off. Here to here, I actually showed this as the first one. We can do an S move into one of these cases. And then obviously we've got here to here. So again, we could do U R prime and get a 5 mover, which I actually do prefer slightly, but if you struggle with that, we can do U2 and do this pure M2 case, and now we're going to get this other pure M2 case. We can just flip our edge.